Hello, once again, and welcome. I studied a topic for today. Today's topic is natural talent versus acquired skill. I could very easily leave out a couple of words and it would mean the exact same thing. After all, isn't talent natural? And isn't a skill usually acquired? But I keep it like that to deliberately emphasize what I would like to talk about today: talent versus skill. So, how exactly does this come into the picture of a resolute mind? Quite easily, I say. Let me explain. Talent, some trait or quality or character inherently born that seems to persist in one's life that demonstrates a unique desired product, output, or effect. I just made that up. This is my made up definition of talent. And now, what can I say about skill? I can very well keep the portion of the first definition, which is some unique desired product, output, or effect. The only difference is that extra effort, most times, if not all times, is most definitely required to produce the results searched for. It seems to me then that the difference is in the extra effort required by one and not the other. This makes a difference. Now, this does stir up something inside of me and can quite easily transport me into a zone of conflict. Some things are natural and are naturally done. No problem here. Some things are natural but yet are unnaturally done. I detect a problem. This problem is not limited to only a few persons. No, this is not the case. But this can very well relate to everyone under the sun. This is a problem. Doing something that is somehow supposed to be natural and feel natural, yet you feel quite awkward doing it. I sure can attest to this, especially when it comes to speaking. In truth, I write way more than I speak, yet speaking is a natural part of life. So, I ask myself, am I a defective somehow? Because I say much less than the average person? I then identified that this part certainly falls into the category of skill in my books. I am no speaker, fortunately and unfortunately. So, I'm going to dive right in for a bit to uncover what just needs to be uncovered. So, why do I identify a problem when I think about a skill? Well, for the very sake that it is not a smooth path. In fact, the path may be mightily turbulent with lots of resistance and discouragement, not to mention long, tiresome hours fed into something with very little results. Simply put, a skill must be practiced. And it is not easy when in the beginning. In fact, I know myself. I could do anything else, just to avoid doing the one thing I dread. That's how strongly I feel sometimes. But one must confront his enemy. Yes, one must confront his enemy. This is a part of life, unfortunately. And this means acquiring the skill in order to conquer one's own shadow. Skill requires work. Skill is an asset that one may add to his bank of other assets. Skill is worked and reworked. Skill leads to mastery of something. Acquiring skill is by no means an easy endeavor to accomplish. Skill yields rewards. Skill pushes one to go that extra mile. Acquiring skill and not talent is the solution to one's main problem in life. This I have come to recognize. And this is why I link skill to a lifetime of never-ending trials and rewards. You have a problem, and right next to it, one can build skill to override this problem. Now let us take a look at talent. What is talent to me? Why? I have been graced by many talented peoples. If you ask me, it is the talent in someone that grabs my attention. Yes, I can be easily swayed and be dazzled by the graceful moves of the resplendent dancer, or perhaps you may sing to my heart. Oh, how can I forget the mellifluous words spoken gently with a smoothness that casually rolls off the tip of one's tongue? I die inside. I am usually gripped when I see great talent displayed. But now I snap out of it, coming to my true senses and realize this one thing. Talent makes one lazy. Talent limits the illimitable. Talent causes one to rest on his crutch. Talent is the crutch in one's life. Talent has the potential to take advantage. Talent is quite the cocky figure if one uses it well. Talent exalts the self, and though talent does yield great rewards, it can be the beginning of a great demise. One can know he is talented in one thing and forget to explore the rest of what he may potentially own or carry inside of him. Talent neglects the quiet parts in the self. It doesn't dare to explore what certainly needs exploring. One part of himself is expressed and no other. And this is where I draw the cross-section. Talent is important, yes, it is, but I choose skill to be way more important than talent because skill makes room for growth and development. This applies to any area of life, and skill mixed with talent adds appetite, flavor, and textures to one's plate of life. Lessons to the self. I know this to self, so now I am applying this very notion. It does mean I have way more talking to do in order to catch up with the normal talking self. You know the saying, talk less, do more? I need to do the reverse. Do less, as in write less, talk more. I find that very funny. But chop chop, I have to work to do it, and I have work to do, and it involves a lot of talking. Size a million. My mouth is already tired just thinking of the amount of talking that I still need to go through. Okay, part of me doesn't actually like to talk because, quite honestly, who's there to listen? I know this is a very wrong way of thinking. I should not wait for an audience before I learn how to speak. No. It is the other way around. I learn how to speak. And it is when I learn how to speak, audience or no audience, right? Just speak. And then when I begin to catch my bearings, somehow an audience will show up eventually. Actually, and I don't really want an audience. But at least I would like to feel as though my words were not actually said in vain. So it's kind of like I want to but not really want it kind of moment. But anyway, I take the time now to consolidate my feelings and push through the speech therapy that I'm performing on my very self. Talent or no talent, I'm practicing my speech. Very well. Good luck for making it through this session today. All I really did was talk to myself, speeching myself to continue speaking, as this is a new skill that I work on acquiring. So, thanks for dropping by and listening. I appreciate you for listening. As always, you have a great day, whatever the hour may be, and take care. Adios.